I just want to be a fucking 100% sure this time, you know? Dude, actually, this is like my better because of the sun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it turned out to be
like, it's an honor. Hey guys, welcome back to Golden Aesthetics. This is Artemus Dolgin. With my best friends, with my family, with our athletes, Golden Aesthetics team. We're here in San Diego. We just finished training camp, very first Golden Aesthetics camp in Stern's gym. It turned out to be a great experience for all of us. We all learned. We all got inspired, motivated by the people that attended this camp. It's something that we're definitely looking forward to doing again and expanding and going all over the world. It's a great experience to connect with you and show you who we are and connect with our philosophy and show you what an awesome camaraderie it is. And when you relate to the art aspect of bodybuilding, I don't want to do much talking because you know everything about me, but you know, you probably never met these guys on my channel before. This is the very first video we're doing together. I mean, we've done something similar at Arnold Classic, but never actually, you know, introduced ourselves properly. And I will start. I mean, this is Mr. Olympias right here. So you're looking at 3 Mr. Olympias, maybe 4, who knows, at this video. So this is Cody Robert. He's from Canada. This is a Golden Kid. His Instagram is CD Robert. He's one of the best talents I ever seen in my life. As I said before to them yesterday, I'm humbled to come across this talent and to be able to work with this talent because this is clearly the best physiques on the classic stage right now. And I'm not talking about this because they're my best friends, because I'm an athlete and I kind of appreciate, you know, the perfection. And whatever you see the artistic physique, whenever you see classic physique, you know it, you appreciate it, especially if you're in tune with your body as much as I am, and you're into bodybuilding as much as I am, you will definitely appreciate their bodies. And you can look at their photos, at their channels, that they're absolutely amazing. And the flow they have and their physiques and the posing, everything is spot on. This is Cody Robert, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? So, for those that don't know me, I'm from Canada. I was just talking with Artemus the other day, actually driving home from Stearns, and a little bit about me and how bodybuilding got started for me is I grew up in a very small town in Alberta. It's called Irma, and I believe at that time the population was probably about around 500 people, including the surrounding country. So a really small town, very sport orientated though, so that was really cool. I played baseball my whole life. And then I started training in this little gym in Irma. It was literally, and a good friend of mine, his dad built it in a garage on the side of the house. But it had everything I needed in there. And I remember working out in there some winters because it's normal to get minus 30s and minus 40s degrees Celsius in Alberta in winter. And there were days, I'm telling you, I was in there wearing a jacket and gloves because you could see your breath. But I loved every day of it, every minute of it. I loved it. Yeah. And I think it's pretty cool because we all came from, you know, similar environments. Yes. We all started out in similar environments. So that was pretty cool.
Cody, what inspired you towards bodybuilding?
You know, it's funny. Most people have like a certain pro or someone that really inspired them. And it was actually a family that I met, the Bear Boys. There's 3 of them, Vince, Isaac, and Bruce, and I'm still very close with them to this day. And we all just loved lifting. And I remember Isaac did his first bodybuilding show when he was 18, and that really inspired, I know, Vince and myself. We both compete now, and that was really what sparked it for me. But probably my favorite pro bodybuilder that really inspired me was, I'd say, Lee Priest. Lee Priest was always one of my favorite bodybuilders. I loved his physique.
What is your dream?
My dream, my goal is to be Mr. Olympia. Straight up.
Well, congratulations, bro.
Thanks for bringing me out here, brother.
You already won in my book.
One day.
Cody, tell us about your life right now. What are you prepping for? What is
So I'm currently living in Edmonton, Alberta. Prepping. I'm 10 weeks out from Canadian Nationals, which is July 1st. So in Canada, to get your pro card, you have to win your class, and then you win the overall, and the winner of the overall is awarded their pro card. And then they usually give out a wild card as well to another class winner. But so it's very difficult to win your pro card in Canada. Not that it's not difficult to win it in the States. I mean, it's obviously a great accomplishment, but we have one show a year in Canada, and that's this show that I'm prepping for right now. So I'm doing everything I can not to leave it up to the judges this year. So
Cody, what do you think makes someone a champion in bodybuilding?
I mean, competitive side apart, you know what I mean? I think it's very important to be an open-minded person, you know what I mean? It makes me think about when I first started out bodybuilding in the town that I lived in. No one else bodybuilded, you know what I mean? And it kind of made me an outcast. I mean, not in a bad way at all, but it just made me different, you know, and I was okay with that. And I just went with it, you know what I mean? I stayed in my lane, and I love it. And I played baseball actually my whole life, and in 2014 is when I decided to make the switch and start bodybuilding, and baseball was my first found passion, and I can say that bodybuilding took over, and you know I don't regret it at all. I love where I'm at. I love what I'm doing.
Who's your favorite poser of all time?
My favorite poser of all time. Man, that's tough. I absolutely love Lee Labrada. I mean, that guy could pose, and every pose he hit was so perfect, and his physique flowed together so nice. And actually, it kind of reminds me of this guy right here. I mean, Alex has some hypnotic posing. That's the best way I can pose it, or I can say it.
Hypnotic poser, absolutely.
When he starts posing, you can't look away.
Like a snake.
Yeah, you know? He's like water, like that Lee Priest, you know? Or I mean, like that Bruce Lee quote. You're like the water.
How much he enjoys doing that. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that raw emotion really comes out in his posing, and
it's real passion. You know?
Yeah, what's your Instagram, bro?
Outfitness21.
Outfitness21. Go check him
That
out.
has to go viral. This video must go viral, because you've never seen anything like this in the sport of bodybuilding since the golden days, you know. And people say we're bringing something back. We're not bringing anything back. This is what we do here, you know. This is our days. You know, we're inspired by the golden era, we're inspired by the camaraderie, we're inspired by their physiques, but we are here to be better and to spread a better message about bodybuilding, to show not just artistic side of it, but positive side of it, something that can improve your character, you know, strengthen your personality, gives you confidence, and that's what we're here for. We're not just here to, you know, preach bodybuilding. We're way beyond that, and that's what I think golden era missed. They missed that connection with people on the personal level, you know, and we are not superstars. We're just on the way, you know, to the top, and we want to inspire you to go to your own top of your own mountain. And as I said before, I'm humbled to be around these guys, because I'm witnessing history, and I'm looking at his photos, and I compare them to Frank Zane, and he fucking beats Frank Zane already, and he's only 24 years old. Same thing for all these guys right here. They're legends, and they're coming up legends. I can firmly believe that. Because I don't know, they're my best friends at the same time, and I'm happy for them as much as I'm happy for myself, and I really want for them to be as great as I am, or or me to be as great as they are, and we all contribute to this team. We are more than some kind of you know, commercial group that brought by, you know, supplement company, or even clothing. We are really not. We're actually friends at the first place, and it all started with bodybuilding. We all attracted each other because we are about the same goal and the same vision, and we connected on that level, and we just happen to have a fucking super cool brand that's growing to something really, really amazing and iconic. We want to be legends of this time, and this is our time, and I'm really, really happy to be around these kids and making history with them. Cody, man, you're an amazing guy, man. I want you to say a few more words to these people and advise them and give them a word of your advice, because you're on the way to the top, man.
You know, I just wanted to add to that, actually. I think it's pretty cool that it is our passion, you know, for bodybuilding that unites us all and brings us all here. And through that, man, I mean, I've had the opportunity to meet some incredible people and then establish some amazing friendships with them. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's what we have here. That we created that special bond, and this is just the beginning for us. So,
absolutely, Cody, I'm so happy to have you. I'm looking forward to see you at more camps.
I'm happy to be here, brother.
I'm happy to see you winning your pro card and then going to Olympia this year and fucking taking the Olympia, bro.
July 1st.
That'll be a fucking an amazing run.
I mean, it's very possible.
From nothing to everything.
From nothing to something to everything.
Yeah, man, that'll be sick. Hey,
Thank you, brother.
dude, always, bro, always. This is you now, brother.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm gonna check if the card is not fucking moving. Just in case, you know.
All right, for sure.
Let's roll,
So, my name's Al Fitness, or I guess my name's Alex, but most of you guys know me as Al Fitness. And just a little bit about me. I'm from Reno, Nevada. You don't hear that too often, but it's a pretty small city, and just like Cody, you know, not a lot of people take fitness too seriously, you know, and especially bodybuilding as serious as I take it. And you know, it's kind of a cool thing for me because I never had anyone to compare myself to, you know. I just kind of did my own thing, and I looked at my own physique, and that reminded me of the golden era. You know, that's what they did. That's why they're so unique in their own special way.
Yeah.
Just like our team, you know. And so that's kind of how I started. As I looked at my physique, and I was like, okay, you know, a lot of people say I have really great genetics, but I never thought of it like that. I just, you know, I always looked at my physique and worked on the places that I thought was best, you know. And when I first stepped on stage, I loved it, man. I loved every second, and I didn't feel stressed. I didn't feel like, you know, oh man, I hate this, you know. Like, I really enjoyed being on stage, and it's a performance to me. It's not like you know, I'm just walking around and flexing and screaming. I really love to put on a show, and you know, it means a lot when you guys say that you like my posing and stuff, because I work on it, and I really enjoy doing that. You know, that's something that I think the sport has missed a little bit, you know, is watching something and being completely in awe. You know, just like Lee Labrada or Muhammad Makoué, you know, he's amazing, you know. And so yeah, that's kind of a little bit about me.
What is your goal? Classic physique.
You know, my goal in classic physique is going to be to make it to Olympia, of course, you know, and just being on stage and you know, enjoying that and taking that experience in, you know, and just to be on that stage. I mean, really, it would be a cool experience, and so that's going to be my goal.
What drives you every day? What motivates you?
A lot of different things motivate me. I would say my daughter motivates me because, you know, I love her with all my heart, and I had her very young, and it, you know, it doesn't change anything. I stepped up, and I was a man, and I wanted to take care of her. So she motivates me, and you know, obviously you guys motivate me, and just being the best person that I can be, not just bodybuilder.
Who is your favorite bodybuilder of all times?
Oh gosh. I get this asked all the time, you know.
Dude, I don't even know which one it is. I never asked you that question.
I get asked all the time. I like Arnold, you know, just because he was just more than a bodybuilder.
Shots remind me of Arnold. Some of his chest shots, you know what I mean? Like, he has that fullness really.
Yeah.
That is that chest band.
Yeah, thank you, man.
His physique is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of a kind. Just like you know, Cody said, or Liam, we were talking about this earlier. The whole team has different physique and appeals to a different type, you know, of people. And you can look separately all these guys, and they're champions on its own. And it's really hard to choose which one you like on a certain day. You know what I mean? It's really hard because they look amazing and aesthetic in their own way, and that's what the beauty of bodybuilding is. It's not looking a certain way like that guy, and that has to be a standard. There's not really one standard. It all has to be aesthetic, and any body type can be aesthetic. That's what I believe.
I believe that, and that's like kind of what I was getting to, is everything has to be specific when you work out and stuff like that. You have to work on your own physique. You can't try to be someone else, you know. And that's what I tell people, you know, if you're gonna try to do classic physique, I tell them there is no criteria. You know, go for what's gonna you think look best on you. Posing, your physique, everything, the whole package. You know what I mean? That's classic physique to me, and that includes the personality. You know, I think you have to be a good person, man. You can't be rude to people. You have to talk to people and give back, man.
What do you think makes someone a champion in bodybuilding?
A champion is a person's heart, you know what I mean? And like I said, giving back to people, that in my opinion, that's a champion, you know? I mean, you can have all the trophies in the world, but...
Alex, what would be the advice you would give to people who are starting out bodybuilding or dreaming about becoming a bodybuilder? What would be your advice?
My advice would be, if you really want this, you'll find a way. And it's not impossible, you know? I'm sure, just like all these guys, you know, we've all had hard times. But you can't stop. If you want something, you have to keep going. And you have to follow your heart, man, because if you don't, you're going to regret everything. You know, and that's why I like Artemus, because he inspires me to be my own person, you know, and just follow my dreams. And I feel like that's exactly what you should do, you know. If you want to be a bodybuilder, don't be afraid to say it. Do it.
Nah, you inspire me, bro. I swear to God, man. I look at your physique and you inspired me to go harder, to work more. That's what's cool actually about this thing too. It's weird, you know, most of the time you look at the guys competitively, you know what I mean? Competitively, it's like, oh, this guy's better, oh, this guy's, you know what I mean? Like, within our group, I feel more motivated and inspired rather than competitive, you know what I mean? And I'm very happy to see Cody to be in fucking his best shape of his life. I'm joyful for him. I'm stoked, you know what I mean? And I get to be a part of his success as well. You know what I mean? It feels so awesome because like when he wins, it's so like we all won. You know what I mean? It feels I don't know, we've been talking about this shit all weekend long because it's something that I never came across within the sport so far, and actually in my life in general. You know, I'm very happy to be connected with you, Alex. I'm very happy to work aside with you and go to the top together, man. Thank you so much. Liam, brother, I'm sorry this keeps happening, man. Listen, but this way I'm gonna know so much more about you, because every time you say something different, I'm like, okay. It's very interesting. It's actually very interesting to listen to you, man, because you're like a real strong dude that knows what he says, you know what I mean? Because by looking at you,
You speak like Dorian Yates does,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
You know what I
Remind
mean?
me of those pictures where like they're holding up like the big weights, you know?
yeah,
It's like super old school.
yes,
like,
absolutely, like a fucking power man, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude,
But
yeah.
still very thick, very bodybuilding looking power man. Dude, you have such a distinct physique. It's insane, right? It's just so
absolutely.
different. Like you definitely
Like, your training style suits your physique.
Yeah.
absolutely
100%. That's
Yes.
the best way I can.
Yes, and it's so interesting to walk into the world of that.
Yeah.
And it's so fun. We trained yesterday. It was an insane workout. We trained delts, and this guy is a monster. And I was like, man, he's not stopping. He just keeps going and
slightly
going.
terrified.
Yeah, and I was like, man, this is fucking amazing. I want to try
Yeah, it was
some
great.
of that.
It
yeah,
really was.
and he's very inspiring. As I said before, a man of a few words, but his physique speaks for himself, and he's very humble, very simple, from a very humble environment. But this guy's gonna go places. I want to introduce you, Liam Kelly.
All right, so obviously I'm Liam. I'll just tell you about just a little bit about myself. I'm from the UK, from Newcastle. It's up north in the UK. From a small, it's like a mining village called Dudley. It's like in Northumberland. So how I got started into bodybuilding is, I mean, I've always trained in something like athletics and boxing, gymnastics when I was little. But going through school, boxing was my passion. But I had an injury at about 22. I got my jaw broke, so basically had to quit that. And then I got into lifting. But it was, I was lifting weights. I was still doing loads of cardio, still doing the boxing on the side. Until I started reading about a man called Reg Park from the UK. He actually lives in Leeds. And he's the man who inspired Arnold to get into it. And his physique is just my ideal sort of goal physique. He's got that rugged like thick, strong looking body, and it's basically because of the way he trains. It's like 3 full body workouts a week, like say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but it all consists of like big, powerful movements, your squats, your bench presses, your deadlifts, your rows, you know, stuff like that, real heavy weight, and he ate like a king as well, and that's me as well. I love me food, like, as you'll have found out. But yeah, I mean, and that's what I started to do. I started to lift heavy 3 days a week, 3 full body workouts a week, and I just started to grow. You know, I cut back on the cardio, and started to eat. I mean, I wouldn't say more healthy, because I've always sort of ate healthy, but just a lot more food, you know, because doing that type of training, fucking hell, I mean, you're in the gym, say 3 hours at a time, and you come out and you're fucking hungry. You know, you wake up hungry, you go to bed hungry, you're just fucking hungry. Your stomach's like
I mean, if you understand, like, to see this guy working 3 hours at the gym, just you once you see that workout, you understand what kind of, you know, push I'm talking about. This guy's a fucking beast. Like, can you imagine him for 3 hours at the gym just doing that thing? And it's not like him just fucking jerking weight.
I'm like,
he's pushing.
forget about physical capacity for a minute. That takes a strong, like, mentally. You know what I mean? Like, you're pushing yourself to the limits on offense.
And that's like, again, pretty much my philosophy on training or in bodybuilding in general. You know, you've got to push beyond failure. You've got to get in the gym and graft your ass off. You know, there's no point in going to the gym and just going through the motions, because you're not going to get anywhere. You should really take the time out, like I was saying before, like, you know, beforehand, sit by yourself for say 15 minutes, 20 minutes with, you know, inspirational music on, get right into the zone, and so when you go to the gym, you know, you're there, you're in there, you're in the zone, you're there to work, you know, not talk to loads of people or play on your phone or whatever. You're there to really work and to build your physique. And again, that's my philosophy on training, like, always graft hard beyond failure, push yourself beyond failure, because that's going to build a good character, like physically and mentally. You know, you're going to push past them reps you think that you can't, but then you do. You can do another 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reps where you think you couldn't. That, you know, it's a great sense of achievement walking out the gym, knowing that, fuck me, I've absolutely just went for it there, and I've give that workout my all, you know, and it's just no better feeling. But yeah, that's my philosophy on bodybuilding: train hard, lift heavy, and obviously eat right. You know, eat enough. You've got to eat enough. You know. But yeah.
What are your current goals right now?
The current goals at the minute are to definitely open the doors here and come and compete here in classic physique, because in the UK it's just basically non-existent, the classic division, you know. I mean, there's classic classes in open bodybuilding shows or whatever, but there's no actually, like, the division isn't there. So I want to open the doors over here and come and compete and try and get my pro card here in classic, in the classic divisions, you know. That's my current goals at the minute. Yeah.
How can we find you, Liam? What is your Instagram? This is your very first video. That's actually his very first video. His very first video, pretty much your first video for the YouTube channel. We are gonna post it. You guys can find their channels, and I'll leave the links in the description of this video. Liam, what would be your best advice to the beginners into bodybuilding? Especially, you know, your physique is very reminiscent to, you know, I don't know, like 60s, I would say. You know what I mean? Like closer to the end of 60s. Very, very close physique to that. What would you recommend to people in order to develop that style of physique?
Begin, just get out of your head that you've got to train like so many days, like 6, 7 days a week. You know, it's all about rest if you want to grow, you know, like, and look like that. And I would definitely start reading about people like Reg Park, or even message me on my Instagram. It's Liam Kelly 1987. And I'll give you the advice that you need to get this type of physique if you want it. But yeah, like, just read up, you know, get clued up, on that type of training, full body workouts, lift heavy, compound lifts, a little bit like a power lifter, you know. But just train hard and heavy. That's how you get that type of dense looking physique, that rugged looking like mass, you know, and strength. That's what.
Liam is also doing some online training, you know, sharing his philosophies, because a lot of people don't know how to do it. They're exposed to some, you know, a modern approach, which I don't know, develops the modern physiques. You know, we're more most of, like, all of us have an old school approach to bodybuilding, more volume, you know, more high intensity. We work, you know, just like he said, he was looking at his, you know, weak body parts and was subconsciously working on them, you know, because you see the art in it, you see the flow, and that's how you adjust the training to. Liam, thank you so much, man, for coming out. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to witness you grow and to become one of the big names in the world on the classic stage, man. You have the physique and you have the potential to be Mr. Olympia, and I'm proud to be your company, and dude, I'm fucking stoked to train with you today too. I'm very much looking forward. Thank you guys for tuning in, looking at those videos. Please subscribe to their channels. They're really interesting, and man, they're awesome fucking dudes. They're just really, really awesome people. Very genuine, very honest, and very, very passionate. I fucking love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to this camp. I'm very much looking forward. Finally, we fucking finished this video. We tried like fucking 5 times already. But you know what? I can listen to this guy tell the same story a fucking 100 million times, and I'll be like, holy shit, man. This is a beast talking. Man, thank you guys so much for coming out. Check this out, guys. Fuck yeah, dude. That's finally done.